Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel, I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been going on in my life. And in today's video, I want to talk about my day and some of the learnings that I've gotten, and I don't know, just how I'm feeling overall, which is quite. I'm feeling quite optimistic, but also yeah, it's a weird, like I have a weird feeling right now, but hopefully it will get better over the next few days. But yeah, let me tell you why. So basically today was a Monday and I woke up in the morning, and I think today I did not have as many meetings as I had last week, which I'm very happy with, thank God. Like last week was literally death by 1,000 meetings for me. And yeah, it was just way too much. But finally today and tomorrow I will get way less meetings, which I'm really grateful for and happy with, because it's giving me some time to think and actually make good progress on the things that I need to make progress on. Like I just have time to focus. And basically, the reason that today what felt so weird is that basically, I had my period today, and like genuinely, I have not had first day of a period as painful as the one that I've had today in a long time. But yeah, like today was just another level. Like I think I've had like probably like five paracetamol 500 today, or like at least three for sure. Basically I was just popping them like uh like uh like candy, because today was genuinely super painful. But I think I know why it was so painful. It's because yesterday I had a cold shower, and today I had a cold shower with washing my head with a cold shower. So it was a very cold shower for a very long time. And it was not the best decision to do this on the first day of my period, because basically it just made my period pain worse. But I wanted to do this because I wanted to challenge myself, also because my heater is broken. I didn't want to turn it on because I didn't want to lose my electricity because of that. So I just decided, okay, let's do it the Wim Hof way. I'm just gonna take a cold shower and like wash my hair, and it was a terrible decision. But I'm glad I did it because I didn't think I could do it. So that's something that that I'm proud of. But yeah, basically since today was the first day of my period and it is Ramadan, I did not fast. Like the way that I see having my period during Ramadan is that, like, I think it's a better variant to what you know is like mainstream, let's say, in the religion, which probably lots of people will not disagree with, like will not agree with me on this, but it's just using my common sense that basically, if basically like the common wisdom like that people talk about is that, oh, like if you have your period of Ramadan, it's forbidden for you to fast. But then I'm like, hmm. And then they're like, the men, they're like, oh, you're lucky because it's forbidden for you to fast. I'm like, I'm not exactly sure that's a uh, that's a good thing, because basically, like it creates lots of, like it has lots of psychological downstream impact, because um, Ramadan is not contained within itself, which is different for men, because basically for men it's like 30 days and then you don't have to fast any day until the next year. Whereas for women, it's like, oh, if you get your period, then you have to not fast while you have your period, because you're considered dirty, which is the thing that I disagree with. And you have to fast those days. Like you have to figure out some time during the year to fast for those days. And my common sense wisdom says that if we genuinely want to make a gift to women because they're on their period, it's not by forbidding for them to fast because they're dirty, because that's clearly like a point of view that could only come from a man, because like they don't know much about periods, and so they're scared of periods, and so they consider them as dirty just because of not knowing enough about them. But if it was a woman who made up that rule, like it's impossible for a woman to have made up that rule, because like women understand that periods are your periods, it's part of your body, and that's it. Like it's not dirty, it's just how your body works, and that's it. But anyway, of course, like many people will probably disagree with me on this, and I don't claim to be like Islam specialist. By no means an Islam specialist. Very far from that actually, because I don't consider myself very religious, but let's say I'm more spiritual, and basically I'm just trying to take the good things from the religion of Islam, like different religions, and aggregating them into my own spirituality, which I try to make as close to the truth as possible. So basically, just using an aggregation approach, which is the most mathematically sound approach when it comes to anything. And I think it also applies to spirituality or religion, because the goal is to find out the truth, and the truth is always somewhere in the middle. And it's not any specific religion at once, because it's like we can easily prove using the reasoning of raisonnement par l'absurde that it's not true. But anyway, I don't wanna like go too much into that. But basically, for me, how I see this period thing during Ramadan is that if you truly want to be kind to women, is to give them the choice of whether they want to fast or not when they have their period. And basically, the way that I see it is that, like, basically at the first week of Ramadan, I had my period, and I decided to fast. Basically, like, I didn't like the only thing I did was like I had some medication with water just to pass it down, and then I fasted during that whole period. So for me, I mean, I probably fast again the days that I got my period for, but like it was more within the spirit of Ramadan, because the spirit of Ramadan is to identify with the poor, and to have that feeling of restraint and all of that stuff. And the fact that I have my period does not take anything away from that, and that's why I chose to do it that way for the first week. And for today, I chose to, basically it all goes down to choice. Like a gift, uh, like the best gift you can give people is choice. And so you can choose to fast or you can choose to not fast. And that's up to you. And that's the true gift. It's not by saying, oh, it's forbidden for you to fast, that it's a gift, basically. So yeah, like that. I don't know if that makes any sense. This is just, I'm probably not very knowledgeable about this, like, and my goal is not to be a representative of Islam or whatever, because, as I said, I'm not religious. I am more spiritual than I am religious, so yeah, I can have lots of people disagree with me. But this is just my own opinion and how I view things from my perspective. I actually was not planning on going into my own perspective into this video, but here it is. So basically today I fasted. Like I did not fast actually. I ate because I truly felt that I needed it. I like I was so down on energy, and like the pain was horrible today. So actually, I spent most of the day just taking some rest and like attending some meetings here and there, but mostly taking some rest and like trying to survive through the pain of this. I mean, it was quite hard, but it's not as hard as like maybe some other things, but it's still hard. And the reason that I say it's not as hard as other things is that I'm just used to having my period, and like it is what all people who have periods go through, and that's it. So yeah, I don't know why I went into all of these details, but it's just what's been on my mind. But anyway, I had some food today, and I had lots of medication. And actually, in the evening, I went to the gym because, like, I try to stay consistent with my gym schedule, even when I'm sick, even when I'm having a bad period day, even when I'm fasting. No matter what happens, I'm gonna go to the gym, and it's just a way to uh, like prove to myself that I can do things that I don't think I can do, um, and just reinforce that identity of going to the gym. And basically, today I I had my first workout that was fueled by food in a long time. And it definitely hit different to be able to like I just could feel that my body was stronger just because of the food I had eaten before. And yeah, I could definitely feel the difference as compared to when I was fasting. Like this is my first non-fasting workout, and it felt really good. Uh, even though I was like literally my body was dying from period pain, but basically it's like try to focus on doing something else, and sometimes you forget it for a little bit, and then it comes back. But I've promised myself that I would not let that stop me from sticking to the things that are important to me, uh, which is working out. Basically, it's very important to me. And yeah, I didn't want to go into this whole philosophical debate or like thinking, because it's something that's very personal and something that I'm not exactly sure. Like religion and spirituality is very, very personal, and how we interpret that is very, very personal. And you know, like when you don't view things exactly as some other people view things, like some people get offended by that if you don't view things exactly as they view them, because they think that the rules are set in stone, and um, basically you saying that they're not is kind of a threat to their identity. And yeah, that's why I try to avoid going to these things. But basically, this channel is just my own reflections about my life. So I guess it's okay to talk about these things because I'm making this channel first and foremost for myself. And maybe no one is watching this video, so no one is gonna be mad at this, but at least it's gonna help me right now and my future self, hopefully. So yeah, that's why I'm learning to get more comfortable talking about the things that are super personal to me. It's just I'm just trying to be transparent and like give an accurate representation of my thinking and just my perspective, which cannot which is not always easy, because we're always afraid of how people will react, especially if you believe something that's very controversial. But that's how things are. That's completely okay. It's something that I've learned to deal with in my day-to-day life, and yeah, just keep to myself to some extent. But this channel is first and foremost for me, as I just said. So yeah, there's no reason for me to hide that from from this channel, especially that I'm trying to be as transparent about my thinking as humanly possible. I'm learning to be. Some things I'm still not comfortable talking about it, but I'm learning to be more transparent. So yeah, that was my day. Quite interesting, lots of pain, but also it was absolutely gorgeous outside, so that maybe helped lift my mood a bit. But yeah, overall positive day despite the abdominal pain from my period. And yeah, just had a nice chat with my sisters on the phone, just discussing wedding preparation and stuff for my sister, and uh, discussing her bachelorette trip, which is planned for this weekend in Budapest. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting trip. And yeah, just basically today I did not do anything new or like listen to any new content. I just finished listening to the Reed, and what's his name? Reed something. I always confuse him with the other Reed. So Reed Hastings, the co-founder of Netflix. I always confuse him with Reid Hoffman, who's the co-founder of LinkedIn, I guess. But yeah, I finished listening to this Tim Ferriss show episode 730 on the Tim Ferriss show with Reed Hastings, which was very interesting about the Netflix culture. And basically how to build high performing teams and how to build a culture, like a creative culture, which optimizes for creativity and surprise and like having like an enchanted experience to some extent. I can't remember the word that he said. And basically, like I finished listening to it today, and I re-listened to it immediately after just to like to digest the information that was there a bit more. And then I went back to re-listening to the podcast episode with the ex-CIA agent on the Diary of a CEO podcast. So the episode with Andrew Bustamante about influence and like different sorts of stuff, like how to basically like about lying, about motivating others, about manipulation, about psychology, about different sorts of stuff. And basically, I had started listening to this one like I think a week ago or so ago, and I did not finish it then, so I finished it today and started re-listening to it again to also digest a bit more the information that's there, which I thought was very interesting. But yeah, these are the things that I wanted to talk about for today. I'm just gonna go to sleep now, and I think I'm gonna have one more of these guys because I can feel the pain in my abdomen being very acute. Yeah, I don't know if this is healthy to have this many not painkillers but paracetamol pills in one day, but today is an exception because yeah, it's just the pain has been through the roof. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, or you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.